Hey, hey, you. Yeah, you. Welcome. My name is Neal, and Neal's my name. Neal's not who I am. Who I am is a multi-dimensional, infinite spiritual being that's expressing through a human body. And I'm a child of God the Father. And I'm here in this moment, fully present, fully grounded, relaxed. I'm humbled and grateful to be here. I'm grateful for you being here, David. Welcome. And you watching this online, you may be asking yourself, well, what is Natural Balance Virtual Masterclass? Well, Natural Balance Virtual Masterclass is a global movement that's expressing through the hearts and the minds of the people. And it is the masterclass, the virtual masterclass specifically, is where you're at. And natural balance specifically is what's inside of who I am. And and it that I am that's in this body is the same I am that's in the body that's watching this. And natural balance is getting out of the way. It's surrendering. It's letting go of the me. It's letting go of the you. It's letting go of the identities, the labels. It's letting go of everything, of perception, of expectation, of opinion, of my truth. And then there's something that's there when that all of that other stuff isn't there. And the something that's there when that other stuff isn't there is what? It's the observer, it's the I am. And from that I am, then can be taken a step, a action, an initiative that is an initiative that is a contribution and a gift, and it's connected to I am. And this contribution and this gift and this infinite connection that has and does and is flowing through everything, when we're coming from there, what is being expressed is a gift, and it is a contribution, and it is natural balance coming through bodies. But the bodies isn't the natural balance, and the thing, the gift that's coming through is the natural balance. And when we don't express what wants to naturally flow and what wants to naturally unfold, when we suppress it, then that's inherently unbalanced. And it's most often a resistance to getting out of the way. And what would be getting out of the way? Well, the ego and the identity and all the programming that keeps the I am thing from expressing, which is our true nature. And it is the nature that's always available. And it's available to the degree that we surrender to having that express. And that expression specifically is an emanation of oneself. Oneself is the complete self. It's the true self. It's the I am presence. The one self is not the you or the me. The one self is the complete self. It's the true self. It's the I am. And here in virtual natural balance masterclass, we have an opportunity. You have an opportunity, even though you don't exist, but the I am coming through your body has an opportunity to practice sharing, to practice expressing, to practice emoting from the I am that's inside of the body that is observing this And right now, in this moment, I am expressing from completion of being and having connection from the I am, and the I am, the completion is the foundation that I'm standing on. And that foundation is a firm foundation. See, if we're on a unstable foundation, if we're on a foundation of a perception or a belief system, then it's an unstable foundation, and it's a foundation that's sandy, that can be washed away by other perceptions and by other belief systems and by other expectations and opinions. And that sandy foundation of specifically egoic identity, and then all the programming that's tied with that, that sandy foundation is inherently unbalanced, because it is programming. And then the thing that's beyond the sandy foundation is the I am presence, which is available and is here right now. And I am choosing what to focus on. And with that, is anything alive? Does anything want to be shared? Does anything want to be expressed, emoted? How this works is specifically in natural balance. You can just join in. You can interrupt. You can speak. You can express and have that expression be an emanation of the I am coming through you. And with that, who would like to share?
Well, given that at this moment I'm the only other participant, I think that would be me. As usual, I greatly appreciate that introduction. It allows me to kind of bring myself into the space. It gives me that kind of buffer, and it gives me a point of in which I can relate to or relate where I find myself at, or where I perceive myself to be, and suspend that for whatever's present. And what's present, and honestly, it's actually been the theme for the day, is that, since I've gotten here to Earthwaking, I I kind of arrived in a completely, uncontained, like just leaking all over and not really having a place to stand, basically. And um, since then, uh, what's really happened is that I've redeveloped a relatively healthier ego, and that ego allows me to hold certain aspects of myself inside of this space, inside of this community, in a way that allows me to be relatively functional and operational, um, and um, stable, relatively mentally stable. That being said, I had the awareness through the process that whatever was being built up was foundationless. So the foundation that um, hasn't been restored, or the deeper levels are really like that quicksand. Even it's actually deeper than a foundation, which I learned, and I thought the foundation was the foundation. That's like the thing that holds up the entire structure. But below the foundation, what I've found is a base. I mean, I refer to it as a base. And so you can be debased, and even a solid foundation can sink into that quicksand. And that's, I'm speaking to my own kind of framework here. You don't have to uh, take it. It may very well be a misperception. I don't believe it to be the case, but and that base is on that primal level. So like there's your subconscious, and I believe a solid foundation is uh comes from a a strong sense of who you truly are. And but that sense of who you truly are in some ways requires a biological sort of hardware base in which it can actually then emanate from, like the biological properties of our beings as human beings are what allow us to then um, actually have the human experience and um, have the level of consciousness and grow the level of consciousness that we otherwise have. In contrast with, I don't know, say a small mammal, or in contrast, which they may certainly possess whatever level of consciousness, but they don't necessarily have the awareness of that awareness that I am, sort of the pure awareness at the source. It's not necessarily something they can actively engage with or speak to in any meaningful capacity. Um, so uh, I guess my point is to say that uh, primal wounds that are on a level below the subconscious, or deeper than the limbic system, um, the masculine and feminine, for example, the masculine and feminine, that base, if you're emasculated, you're in a way debased. And so there's one more level below that, which I unfortunately discovered, which was the primordial level below the primal. And that's like where our life essence kind of flows through. And uh, there it's kind of like a binary life death kind of thing. And so, all that being said, um, to be in integrity, in with real integrity, uh, you have to have a base and a foundation, because otherwise, any truth that you're, um, if you can't have integrity with a lie. That doesn't make any sense. If there's any part of yourself that's not founded in the truth, you can't have integrity with it. And so that kind of brings it full circle, which is to say that um, I have found that in obvious ways, the structure that I presently have is foundationless. And anytime I trigger or activate like a really deep wound, the whole thing just um collapses. And in that sense, I am out of balance. And what came to me earlier when you were speaking, that it was kind of set up, or kind of where I'm at, is it possible? It's quite nervous, actually. Um, yeah. I don't need to instruct you in any way, but I would request and ask if you can stay present with your essence, and not, it's it's hard sometimes, like for the energy not to transfer, for there not to be transference. And the reason for my request is that I want to attempt getting into balance by virtue of, rather than trying to get you to come to like my space and try to energetically influence you and where you're standing, I want to see if it's possible for me to um in a way trigger myself or activate whatever imbalances or whatever um displaced energies within myself and center them through your presence and your energy. And um well, I don't have any particular idea of how to do that, but if I guess I'm opening up a, a window in which perhaps you can see a way um where I can clear myself as much as possible for a synergetic, for a potential of a synergetic kind of flow. And yeah, drop all concepts, all percepts, all perceptions, all, and just um allow whatever to naturally occur in a flow, in a, well, the potential for induction for a flow state. Um, that's what I'm feeling. Uh, I guess I don't know if it's a desire or it's more of like um, a presence and an openness to.
If you were to know, what do you think? Like, is it a desire or is it like an openness?
No, it's more of an openness. Like there's a will. Well, the yeah, it's actually not a. If anything, I feel fear. You know, I feel there's a vulnerability that would be inherent to that process where I don't know what can, or like what may or may not happen, and so, but that's the point. Like so, I feel an opening for allowing that. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you want to share more or is that complete?
Yeah, that's complete.
Uh, can we can we see if we have any Zoom people online?
Yeah, I think it would show.
It's gonna pop up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let me just check really quick, double check. I'll just leave that there.
Perfect. So now, where? There. Yeah, but we're here. Well, right, but when I'm present, when I'm actually fully present, when I'm actually, and I use fully present in giant air quotes because I am gonna speak to being mostly present, which I think is pretty much the epitome of what we have capacity for in the physical body. So when I'm mostly present here now, I'm also there then. And here now is this concept of oneness and of infinite connection. And really, what is my energy and what is your energy? And then what is source energy? And then how is that in relation to your energy and to my energy? Well, in truth, it's all source energy. And then we have facets of source energy that we're expressing, which is our inherent natural God-given expression. It's our gift. It's our opportunity to share something from source, from the I am, from God, it literally being a facet of God, God being where it came from, but it not being God, it being a facet of God. Same way with the body. The body is a direct emanation of this source energy, of this God essence. It's an aspect of God. It isn't God, but it's part of God. And so there is a place that's beyond language that is God, is source, is love, is infinite connection. And this place beyond language can be pointed at using language, but it can't be accessed through language. Language can get you so far, and then there's a point once you're so far where you transcend language to access the place that's beyond language. And that place, excuse me, or don't, that place beyond language that is available right now in this moment, that place, uh, we unless we access that place and then use language, we're being used by language trying to access that place. So then if you actually access that place in this physical dimension, which I have an awareness of that it is possible, but it requires transcending the physical body to have the full on uh, uh, like the literally the full on merger of that place. It that requires transcendence of the body, and then once that has occurred, then one can enter from the place that's beyond words, have that be a foundation point, have that see, and that place includes words, but it isn't just words. It's transcended it. And so once that is accessed, one can enter into language, use language, and not get caught up in language. And language is words are powerful. They are sound and they're vibration, and they literally affect physical matter. Sound is physical. Sound is vibrational. It can be measured. Words are vibrational. They can be measured. It literally, it does matter what word you're saying, but it only matters what word you're saying because of the energy that's coming through the word based on the syllables in the word, not because of what the definition of the word. The definition of the word is irrelevant. It literally, the definition of the word only matters to keep you in a perception of vibration of what a word has a sound coming through it, but then the actual thing that matters is the vibration and the sound coming through the word. And so I'll pause there.
Uh, well, suffice it to say, all of that resonates with me, and for that reason, um, it's actually words. I've been really tired of words, and words have been taking me out in pivotal moments of where I go into the like a deeper space and try to work through something. It's the words which are then spoken, which I then need to access a different part of my brain to interpret and process, and then also match the frequency or energy of the person who's speaking it rather than remaining in the frequency in the place where I'm at. And for this exact reason, the idea takes that I had earlier, it takes the following form, and I'm wondering if you'd be open to it. And basically, I was wondering if you were in space where you can access as fully as you can that place of presence and with just the source of being, the true self in connection with God. And if we can basically hold hands like this, so if you were to face me and we were to face each other, and any blocks in doing so, you'd most likely be feeling whatever blocks or discomfort or whatever from going there. And in a way, it would be like a mutual effort to clear the path and to create that within ourselves without words, without anything, just perhaps during in the remember experience, there's that exercise of kind of looking in each other's eyes or whatever it is.
I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah. Obviously, like I said, it makes me fairly nervous, but for a good reason, I think. But that'd be something you're open to trying.
Um, first, first now. So, there definitely is not mutual effort involved because, on my part, there's zero effort. And then additionally, um, I am open to be a vessel of healing, which is not trying. It's literally,
Right, right.
it is literally an expression, an emanation of what, of balance, of alignment,
Perfect. Yes.
of clarity, of discernment,
More
and
getting out of the way, I guess, would be the more
yes, and which requires surrender and so what just happened was I'm literally going inwards. I'm literally seeing. I literally asked the question like, hey, love, what would you have me do here? And then I listen, and then Neal's like, this is literally Neal's voice is saying, I don't fucking know how to do this. And then Love says, go for it. And what I have an awareness of is that the that God is a healer, and what healing is a restoration uh, of the true self, of the I am self, and it is that I am uh, clear on that I can facilitate. I'm very clear on this, um, and and then right now I'm in a Neal's wanting to keep talking to put off doing the thing, and then Love is saying go for it. So what's gonna happen is uh I'm gonna sit here, and um you're gonna sit there, uh and alignment is about to occur, like literally align. So what's alignment? Well, alignment is this uh it's an energy flow in the body that is specifically a oval energy flow starting from the root, going up through the crown, rolling over the top of the head, going through, now going down the spine, connecting with the root again, and then going up through the crown, going, rolling over the top of the head, going down the spine, connecting with the root again, and then rising from the root up through the crown, rolling over the top of the head. And it's this infinite oval of energy flow that um, it is our perceptions and our beliefs and our expectations and our opinions are what causes offshoots of this energy. It's what causes stagnation of this energy. It's what has things have capacity to like energetic beings to latch on to our systems because of a perception or expectation or opinion or a my truth. And so what's about to happen is those things are about to those perceptions, expectations, belief systems, opinions are being transcended, and then what's being ascended is a clear energy flow. And it is not involving uh, hands, but it is involving sound. And so there's no physical touch involved, but there's energetic emanation of sound involved. And um, are you, David, willing to be aligned in your energetic system inside of your physical body?
Yes, in fact, that was perfectly said. That's exactly how I imagined it. So, yeah.
Do you believe that it's possible for alignment to actually occur in your body?
I don't know. Universally, yes. I think it's possible. Uh,
In this moment, during this master class, do you believe that it's possible?
yes.
And are you willing to have that possibility be a reality?
I'm willing to go on the journey to make to uh there may be blocks along the way, but yes.
And then uh last question for now, are you willing to participate using your voice, using your expression of sound, um, and along with visualization? Are you willing to express sound and also visualize internally, not with your two eyes, but
Yes, yes, yes.
inside of your, so
Yeah.
yes to both, to the
Yes.
sound and the visualization?
Yes.
All right.
Whatever naturally would have me express. Yeah.
So I already spoke to the energetic pathway that is starting at the root, going from the root through all the chakras, reaching the crown of the head, rolling over the crown of the head, going accessing the root again, and then it's an oval flow of energy. So that is the visualization. So starting at the root and visualizing this energy flow that is already starting right now, and it's already in motion. And so beginning to visualize this movement, and then noticing where the movement wants to flow, and where it is being is wanting to navigate other areas, and then not needing to change that movement, but just being okay with what is being felt and visualized, and then being with that. And I'm gonna sing, and and it's pretty simple. It's like a single phrase, but I'm gonna sing this phrase, and then as you hear it and as you remember it, I invite you to join and also sing it. And then as you remember it, and as you yep. And then visualizing this energetic field. Start it, the song starts with hey, and it ends with hung. And it's not important on the wording. What's important is when hey is expressed, the focus is on the root. As this expression continues, the focus rises through the body, being with hung, and then rolling over the top of the head, continuing to the root, and then joining with hey again. And so I invite you to close your eyes. You can, I don't think you need a mic for this. So we could use a mic, but I think it is much more beneficial and powerful to specifically be open here and to visualize. And here we go. Are you willing, and are you committed? All right. So I invite you to close your eyes. I'm gonna start singing, and then you join in as you remember what you're hearing. Hey hung hung si wa hung yo. Hey 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 hung 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 hung si wa hung yo. So I'm gonna invite you to join in, even if it's clunky, even if it's not perfect, just start giving it a go and then see what happens. Hey hung hung si wa hung yo. 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 Hey hang hang si wa hang yu. 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 Hey hang hang si wa hang yo. 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 Faster. Hey hang hang si wa hang yo. 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 Now silently inside your brain, keep going and go for 6 more rounds in now in silence inside your brain. Still imagining the energy flow, but now not verbally expressing, only internally expressing and internally observing. Thank you, God. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, love. Thank you to all positively oneness oriented, ascended and descended masters. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for blessing Neal and David's chi channel as appropriate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You can be with your eyes closed, or you can be with what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. Be there however long as you want, and as you feel prepared, I invite you to open your eyes and be here. And if you don't feel called to open your eyes, and if you feel called to be where you're at, perfect.
That definitely got me present to whatever channels and within me, and it exposed kind of where the disconnects and blind spots still are and what's obstructing the flow from uh transpiring.
And what is it?
Well, I don't know how to name it, the what, but it's definitely where I feel the most energy kind of collecting. And I think I've shared this before. It's basically in my traps and upper back and lower neck. And um, the visualization is something that definitely used to be something that I can do, but now it. I felt energy collecting in some ways, but it was just dark. It wasn't like generally there's like a source of light in the middle, and then you see the energy flow. And um so yeah, like I felt different parts of my body kind of like trying to awaken. Um but yeah, the other thing that I wasn't, I guess, quite clear on, and then I just got into it when you invited me to um you know do the chant, if you will, with you. um you mentioned how the hay is when the energy is kind of returning and coming back up the channels, and the hum is when it's kind of exiting out, right? Like the crown chakra. Was that the intention?
Uh, it's rolling over the top
Rolling.
of the head
Right.
and then going. So it's not like so much as an exit as it's a completion.
Right. Right. Um, so that, I mean, the chant, I'm not sure how congruent the hey and hums or were with that, because I figured like once I feel it as I'm visualizing it, I would say hey when I feel like a return, and a hum when it like completes, or when it's um coming through or rolling out uh the top. But there was like other stuff in the chant, like,
Mm.
which it just turned it into more of like a well, for me, like a rhythmic sort of thing, and that I try to synchronize with. And yeah, well, so that was my experience.
Thank you for sharing. Do you want to share more, or is that complete?
uh well, what came to me originally when I had the idea is, in a way, like that's kind of like the vertical and serial circuit, so to speak. And then what I had in mind is like there's also the parallel. It's like there's the vertical infinity sign, so and then like the horizontal one.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was imagining is the potential of like uh trying to transfer the your vertical into the horizontal, and then kind of it, it would add a point of connection that like wherever the disconnect is inside of me, it not bypass, but it could like throughput that channel and then return back to me in some way. Like that's how in some ways I was imagining it. So I don't know if that uh is a possibility, but I was open either way.
Mm,
Yeah.
thank you. Is there more you want to share, or is that
No,
complete?
that's complete.
Amazing. So right now we're in a new space of what? Well, of giving and receiving offers, of giving and expressing our gifts. And um I'll start by inviting you watching this, and you, David, being here in person, to join here at Natural Balance Virtual Masterclass on Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. And Natural Balance Masterclass is specifically um, like it's for people to practice cooperation and balance, and practice sharing the gift that is inherently inside of us that we often resist, but it's always there. And when we surrender to it, we have an opportunity to share that in Natural Balance Virtual Masterclass. And you're invited to show up here to connect, to network, to give and receive offers. And that's Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. Mountain Time, and that is 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'll start with that invitation. Do you have an invitation or an offer that you would love to present in this right now in this moment?
I do not at this time. But
Amazing.
thank you.
You're welcome. And then so in addition to Natural Balance Virtual Masterclass, I also host the Experience podcast, which is a podcast that my brother Dennis and I host Wednesdays at 3:00 p.m. And this podcast is a live stream, and so you can join live. You can actually engage with Dennis and I in person, and so you're invited to be part of that as well. And is there anything you want to speak to in this moment?
Nope, I'm complete.
So I love you. I honor you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you, David. And with that, peace.